And now, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
And yes, welcome to the Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you as a consumer advocate, helping you understand your buying decisions, making you more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We got some interesting stories we're going to dive into today. Unemployment benefits in some states can total up to a whopping number. $120,000 a year. Can you imagine that? We're going to talk about that. I got a clip I'm going to play. We also have Logan Briggs coming on the show. He's in studio with us today. TH Roofing, Total Home Roofing, Director of Business Development here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Longtime friends of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Attorney Millie Athanison also going to be joining us as well. And she is a personal injury law attorney. She covers divorce and family law and some other niche categories. So we're going to talk with her on the program. We've got a feel-good story of the day also. Hundreds of pizzas delivered to the homeless in warming centers across Vancouver. So that storm that came through the Northeast got hit pretty hard up there. Feel-good story is based on that. So we always like to feature our real estate listings. One of the things we do with our team at Keller Realty is we pitch our listings live on air. We help our sellers profit more and sell faster by pitching the listings in a way that no other real estate company can offer. We got a property at 1991 Orange Court in Dunedin, Florida. This is a beautiful cul-de-sac home. It's 2,881 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 3 bath, gorgeous kitchen with updates. You have solar panels, oversized heated pool, screened-in lanai as well, beautiful patio area, and a huge split floor plan. Great opportunity to own property in Pinellas County. 1991 Orange Court, Dunedin, Florida. One of our hot real estate listings from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. All right, we got a property listing here at 417 Bloomfield. Also, this is a newer listing from our team on Bloomfield Drive in Brandon, Hillsborough County. Almost 2,500 square feet, beautifully updated home, 2-story property here, brand new appliances throughout, and newly resurfaced 2-car garage, updated office with natural sunlight, recently replaced roof as well. 417 Bloomfield Drive in Brandon, Florida. One of our hot real estate listings from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. And you can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. Yeah, shout out to our vets out there and everybody supporting the program. Thank you so much for supporting the local economy here. Logan Briggs back in the house. Welcome in, sir.
Hey, Brandon, how you doing?
Excellent. Blessed and highly favored, man.
Yes, sir. I'm lucky to be here. Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. My pleasure, man. And good to have you in, and we appreciate all the knowledge you bring around the roofing industry. And, of course, insurance has been a big part of that. We talked about on an article yesterday, rents rising across the country. This group here, Starwood, has 115,000 apartments that raise rents. But a lot of reason why people are raising rents is because the insurance cost associated with roofs and other natural disaster claims as well.
Yeah, I mean, probably I would say 75% of the homeowners I deal with are in the market to get a roof based on their insurance, whether the premium is just skyrocketing or because they're getting a non-renewal letter from their insurance company.
Wow.
So a lot of homeowners are feeling that pinch and a lot of pressure to get their roof replaced in Florida, just based on, what we see with Hurricane Ian, down in Southwest Florida. A lot of roofs came off in that storm.
Yep.
I mean, we'll probably be roofing down there for 3 to 5 years solid, just from that one storm, and a majority of that is going to be insurance work.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's an unfortunate situation.
When's the last time you've been down there?
Oh, I was down there right after the holidays, right after Christmas. I was down there. We're building about 65 jobs a week just in like the Sarasota County.
Wow.
And then another 45 down in like the Lee County, Naples area as well.
Man, that's a lot of roofs.
It's nonstop roofing down there.
What was the total damage assessment? Was that in the multi-billions?
I haven't heard a number yet, but I've heard it's just almost 1.2 billion just in roofing.
Wow, in roofing.
Just in roofing. So, man. I mean, I'm sure that number's going to continue to go up.
Yeah.
It was definitely a historical storm.
Wow, yeah, and it hit Southwest Florida. It was interesting because, one of my least favorite classes back in school was calculus, right? algebra, calculus. I didn't mind geometry so much. But business calc, I was taking business calc at Florida Gulf Coast University there. And I'll never forget because the teacher, I appreciated teachers, instructors that were able to take a story and relate it to why I needed to learn calculus, right? So he drew Florida on the map and he says, well, most of the storms, they come from over here and they have this type of a counterclockwise rotation to them. And so anyways, the whole point of his talk was that we're very least likely to get hit at the time where Florida Gulf Coast is located. It's like Fort Myers, Estero, in that area. And lo and behold, that's what happened. 20 years later.
Direct
So
hit.
you never know where these things are going to hit is I guess the whole point of the story.
No, even remember, it was kind of forecasted to hit right into Pinellas County.
Yeah, that's right.
I had a lot of friends that actually went down to Naples to kind of escape it.
Yeah.
And then they ended up getting stranded there.
Didn't you hear that? It's funny. You hear
unbelievable.
that, man. I remember people coming from the East Coast to the West Coast, and they ended up getting hit. Like, you never know with these storms. The best thing to do is just go straight north. Go in the middle of Georgia, keep going up to Tennessee. Go north if you're going to run. We actually ran one time from a storm like that. But if you just joined us, folks, we're talking with Logan Briggs. He's the business development manager with Total Home Roofing right here in Tampa Bay, and of course statewide, right? You
yes,
guys are
sir.
statewide.
We cover the whole state of Florida.
Yeah.
We're building a lot of roofs from Jacksonville all the way down to Naples. We do not go into Miami-Dade County. We avoid that area, but West Palm Beach, all the way through Tampa into Hernando County, and Orlando in between as well.
Yeah, that's interesting. And when you look at the climate right now, what's the overall business climate look like? What are you seeing out there as far as one of the things I like to talk to our contracting partners is the supply chain. What are you seeing in supply chain? Any issues there?
Yeah, so we haven't seen as many disruptions as we kind of thought we were going to see, which is fantastic because we have a lot of roofing to do, and the last thing we want to do is have a homeowner sit with a leak in their roof and not be able to put shingles on it.
Right.
So we haven't had a lot of disruption when it comes to shingles. Now, look, that doesn't mean there's not supply chain issues with labor.
Right.
There is a ton of just shortages of labor in the market that affects the manufacturers, it affects the contractor, and it affects the distributor as well that's bringing all these supplies to the homes. When you have that issue there, that's when you start to have the hiccups, the mistakes. Not all the supplies come, but we have a great partnership with our distributor and our manufacturers that always secures this product. It's just a matter of fact of just getting there and getting the roof built,
getting the labor involved, getting it done.
And one of the major problems we're seeing down there is with the counties.
Really?
So there's 3 inspections done with a roof typically or traditionally in Florida.
Okay.
And there's the inspection right after you remove the roof and put down the new underlayment is called a dry-in inspection. What we see with those are on major delays. The county doesn't have enough inspectors. They don't have enough labor to get there to do the inspections properly to get the roof on because you can't put the shingles on until that inspection's done.
Right. So now you got you're exposed, and you got rain coming through, hitting that underlayment, and potentially getting in the truss and the side. If it's water's going to go south, right?
Right, exactly.
So
that's why it's important to use a trusted local contractor because all of our crews are going to have tarps. But then also we're also responsible for anything that happens as well. So if there's any water that gets in there during that drying, we'll come in and take care of it.
Can't imagine it being more frustrating than that. Here you are waiting on the county to come through. But let me tell you why. Here's what's happening across the country, and luckily, thank God, we've got a great governor here in Florida with Ronnie D. up there in Tallahassee. But unemployment benefits. I'm going to play this clip. I heard this on one of the podcasts I listen to frequently, and it kind of gives you like a short clip of hey, here's what's going on in the country and the world. But check out this clip here: unemployment welfare benefits and relating to Obamacare as well.
So the Committee to Unleash Prosperity, an economist-founded nonprofit, they analyzed how unemployment benefits and Obamacare subsidies in each state stacked up against employed people's compensation. The writers of the report found that these two benefits could total up to $120,000 per year for a family of 4.
$120,000. I think that's pretty surprising.
Yeah, it was really shocking. We're talking about really big numbers here. And let me illustrate these with some more hard numbers. In 14 states, including North Dakota, Colorado, Montana, and Minnesota, unemployment benefits and Obamacare subsidies were found to be the equivalent to a head of household earning $80,000 in salary. In other words, a spouse would have to earn more than $80,000 a year from a 40-hour a week job to have the same after-tax income as certain families with 2 unemployed spouses receiving government benefits.
Doesn't that just make you sick? You think about this, how hard do we work for our dollar? We wake up, bust our ass all day. It reminds me of that Alabama song, too, where it says we work a 40-hour week for a living just to send it on down the line, and truck drivers, contractors, realtors, folks that are, in all types of industries, personal training, whatever industry, we work so hard to hit those bottom lines, to pay the taxes, to pay our grocery bill that's increased under Biden, so you have these benefits programs coming in, especially in states like that clip goes on to talk about how Massachusetts is one of the worst. Of course, you can kind of predict that, but the government benefits is socialism. It's equaling socialism, but that brings it round trip right back to where you started this off with the supply chain and the labor force. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, gosh, don't share that clip too much. I don't want my crews to hear that. Because they're not making anywhere near that. You know, we pay our guys a healthy wage, and they make a great living. But $120,000 a year just sit at home.
Yeah.
Why would you get off the couch?
Yeah.
That's
other states.
That's really sad.
Yeah,
that we would incentivize people to stay home.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the reason why we have such a tough labor market. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, that definitely doesn't help the labor market.
Oh, big time. Oh, and you look at what happened with the Chinese virus. That's right away. What's the government response? Oh, let's send out paychecks to everybody. They don't go to work, and then now you got the hotels. Like, for example, our one of our hotel partners over on the beach, the Bill Maher Beach Resort. I think they were having trouble at one point. Clyde's got some great people over there, but the hotels were having trouble keeping people. And what gets hit first? The hospitality industry.
Oh yeah.
Waiters, waitresses. Hey, I'm going to stay at home, and of course, some people probably sell a little extracurricular stuff on the side.
Who knows?
Who
But
knows?
They're going to figure it out. That's the thing. If you let people live like that, they're going to take advantage of it.
Exactly.
It's just natural.
It's a natural human instinct, and sometimes listening to Dennis Kirk or Charlie Kirk, Dennis Prager, the human being experience is, yes, I want to be taken care of. Not me, not you, not guys at work, not people that get out there and hustle and work, but in general, I think that's kind of what they say is that people do, and that's why you see the socialism type characteristics coming back in government and coming back with these stories that we just touched on. So unemployment benefits up to $120,000, shocking number in some states. So it's pretty crazy. But so that's why we got to rally the troops, vote the opposite direction of socialism, and take our country back. We're going to take a quick break. More with Logan Briggs coming up here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. THRoofing.com. You can check them out online. THRoofing.com. And also our feel-good story of the day, pizzas delivered to homeless in the warming centers across Vancouver, coming up here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow us online. We'd love to connect with you. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel just in case you miss a show. We've got over 2,000 videos on YouTube now, podcast out there as well. Connect with us online at Brandon Rhymes 1, Brandon Rhymes PA. We'll be right back.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, we're back. Brandon Rhymes, Consumer Quarterback Show. Logan Briggs in the house. TH Roofing, roofing expert contributor on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we always like to feature our real estate listings live on air and help our sellers profit more, sell faster by featuring the listings live on air. So we got a property at 6361 US Highway 301 South, Riverview, Florida. This is a great opportunity for commercial. Could be a car dealership. Beautiful property here. It's a corner lot, 0.81 acres. Got an office space up front, mechanic shop in the back. Corner lot location with a very busy thoroughfare, 6361 US Highway 301 South in Riverview. Major thoroughfare with about 40 to 50,000 vehicles a day passing by. I could see a nice TH Roofing location right there, Logan. That would be a nice one.
That'd be nice. That's good.
Yeah.
I saw that billboard.
Nice property, commercial property there. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
This is God's country.
All right, Logan Briggs in the house, TH Roofing. Talk to me about warranties, because I know that's something that's not like an industry standard. That's each company's going to say, oh, well, our warranty's this long, and I think you guys have one of the industry's best, right?
Oh yeah, we lead the industry with our warranties. So there's 2 warranties you're going to get with when you use a certified licensed contractor in the state of Florida. You're going to get one from your manufacturer. They're going to provide you with the Owens Corning, GAF, Certainty, the top 3, or you're also going to get what they call workmanship warranty, where that's like the actual contractor backing up their work. Okay. So those are the 2 main warranties. They're very, very different, right? The manufacturer warranty is, that long legal 25-page fine print where they can get out of it with anything. They'll figure out a way to get out of it, right?
Okay.
Where that's going to go against like granule loss, maybe, and just overall the quality of the shingles. Sometimes you might direct it towards them. Then there's the craftsmanship or workmanship warranty. That is by the contractor, okay? Ours is 15 years. Most contractors are maybe 2 to 5.
Wow.
Some play around 10. But we're 15 years, so we will warranty our work as long as that roof is repairable.
Yeah.
So when the roof gets about to be over 10 to 12 years old, it's really beyond the stages of repair. So you have to do a replacement, but we will warranty our work all the way up to that time. And that's very, very important.
Well, I can tell you from firsthand experience, Logan and his team helped me out with my home, my personal home. We had one of these little storms kind of pop through, a little twisters / tornado pop-up type storm that came in, and a big storm.
Yep.
And, the roofing company that did the roof on our new build, the house was like 4 or 5 years old at the time, 3 or 4 years old at the time.
Right.
And, I called them, and they gave me the runaround. Well, and this and that, it's going to be a charge. I said, you know what, don't worry about it. I had Logan and his team come out there. It was just on the ridge or whatever.
The hips.
Like
it was on the hips.
On the hips, about 12 pieces of the shingle or whatever had blown off. And you guys were you able to use the same ones, or you put new ones on?
No, we put new ones on. And honestly, it was a lot more than 12. So you might see it because you can see kind of like the color, or you can see that's missing, right?
Yep.
But underneath there, that just because you can't see it from the ground doesn't mean there's more damage.
Right.
So we probably went through, I would say, maybe like 50 to 60 shingles that we had to replace along the hips and the ridges along your roof. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't take a hurricane to do damage in Florida. I mean, some of the thunderstorms here could be they probably would love to name it, because they're so strong.
Right.
So keep that in mind also.
Well, on that same note, Logan, I was wondering if it was part of the workmanship from the original builder, because when I looked at a lot of those shingles that had made it to the ground on top of the grass there, I picked them up, and it seemed like there were only one hole on each side. Are they supposed to be double nailed on each shingle, or how did they?
Yeah, so on the hips and ridges, there should be 2 nails, one on each side of the hip. Sometimes will the contractor do that to cheat? Who knows? He could have also hit it and the nail went through. He didn't have his nail gun calibrated correctly.
Okay.
Or he didn't realize it was out of nails while he was going down it.
Right.
There's all kinds of different scenarios where that could happen.
Right.
I think, the most important thing is that, one, you use a good, trusted, licensed contractor that can pull the permits for you, that can schedule the inspections for you. But then also at the end of our job, we do what we call a wind mitigation inspection report. Mm-hmm. Those are very, very important, especially for homeowners that are getting a new roof or a full replacement. Because what we'll do is we'll hire a third-party home inspector, a licensed Florida home inspector, to come out and kind of do like a mini audit on our work, right?
Yep.
So all these wonderful things I tell you that we do, we actually prove it, and it's in a wind mitigation report. Okay,
I like it.
But that's really nice, powerful, right? Because there's a lot of peace of mind that you got exactly what you paid for, but also you can turn that into your insurance company, and it's going to lower your premium.
Yeah.
Look, I don't have the actual figures. I've talked to different insurance agents, and they tell me about 5 to 10%. It'll lower your premium, but most importantly, you'll be able to get insurance quotes or estimates from multiple carriers. And that's, we all know, the more companies competing for your business, the more competitive pricing and service you're going to get.
Exactly.
So that's why that wind mitigation inspection report is so important.
It is. I like it. We're talking with Logan Briggs here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, throofing.com, Director of Business Development throughout the state of Florida. And you also do free estimates, because I know that's something else. Other companies are charging for estimates nowadays.
Yeah, you should never have to pay for a roof estimate. Our team is very, very flexible too. We can get them to you same day, whether that's you sitting at home, you share your address, you call in, and we can get it sent to you digitally and do a whole virtual walkthrough and presentation. Or if you want somebody to come out, which is traditional, you want to meet your contractor, you want to get up on the roof, measure it, we can do all of that as well. And usually our estimates we can schedule as quickly as 24 hours out, or if not, the same day.
Yeah.
There's a lot of contractors, that are in a different situation where, they're just too far behind and they can't get out to your house for a couple weeks. We're not like that.
Yeah.
We're out there within 24 hours.
That's great. Yeah, and that comes with the economies of scale. You know, you guys are doing so much volume. Your pricing, I would believe, would be less than other contractors that may be doing a quarter of the amount of work that you're doing.
Oh, yeah, very competitive. But then we also have the systems in place. We didn't get this big over tonight, right? We've been in business for 15 years. And by doing that, you get with every different office and location, we just add great people to the team.
Yeah.
And, you know, by having that strong team behind us, we're able to do an estimate same day.
Yeah.
We're able to, when we come out to your home, we're going to write you that estimate, and you're going to give you pricing, and we're going to go over it right there. So you can make good quality decisions for your home.
Yeah.
And that's important because it's an important investment for, I'm sure, all of your viewers.
Right.
So it's very important to us, and we take that serious.
Yeah, it really is. You know, especially now with the budgets tightening, you know, as we mentioned, with inflation being where it's at, gas prices, almost everything's affected. You know, you've got to go with a contractor that's going to do you right and make sure you're covered as far as permitting goes, the permitting process, as you mentioned. Some of the builders will just walk away and not even close out the permits.
Yeah, that's a major issue we run across is when we see the contractor come in and they don't finish a job, we have to come in behind them to finish it. We have to change the permits, or they didn't close out the permit. Now the homeowner can't sell their home when they want to because they have an open permit on it. Yeah, there's definitely some issues that can happen from that if you don't use a licensed contractor in the state of Florida.
Yep, absolutely. So you want folks to go to throofing.com?
Yeah, throofing.com. You can find out all great information about the company. You can even schedule appointments there. If you want to have an estimate, you can just do it all right there from our website. You can call me personally on my cell phone, 813-599-0428. You can call, text, email, whatever works for you.
Hit you on Twitter?
Hit us on Twitter. I don't know much about Twitter, but throofing.com or Logan at throofing.com is my email. I can definitely answer any questions.
You do any fishing? You get out there and go fishing?
I've only done a couple trips this year.
I went yesterday.
I mean, last year.
It was bad. It's too. I guess everybody's saying it's too cold. The fish are floating up. There were some dead fish.
Well,
mostly red tide's down south.
Yeah.
I went out to Tarpon Springs. But yeah, we'll have to get out there on the boats one time. I'm a Freedom Boat Club member, so I love getting out. That's one of my New Year's resolutions. Going fishing more this year.
I love it.
Yeah, man. Awesome. Well, good stuff. So throofing.com, folks. Logan Briggs, he's a great guy, and he's going to take care of you. Big company, and they can help you with warranty, as long warranty, extended warranty, and then free estimates as well. So thanks for coming in, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it.
My
Happy
pleasure.
New Year.
Likewise. And coming back with attorney Millie Athanison in studio. We're going to talk with Millie about her business and what she's seeing. And she's got a pulse on the market out there. Follow us online. We'd love to connect with you at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram, Twitter, Getter, all the major sites, as well as our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Brandon Rhymes Realty. And we'll be right back here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.